Hello, hello. Right, I'm just going to find myself on Facebook. Turn my volume down. Oh, got one person watching. Somebody's found me. Hi, Janice. Right, let me just make sure my iPad isn't in view. No, it's not. So you can see what we're going to be making. Just going to move my camera back just a little bit. That's it. We're a bit more in the screen now. Who else do we have? Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Janice. 7 people watching, but only Janice talking to me. Can you hear me? Okay, Janice. Hi, Pam. I'm just having a slurp of my drink. What do we have in store tonight? I hear you ask. Or not. Hi, Emma. You're going to like this one, Emma. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Doreen. Brilliant. Thank you, Janice. Hi, Alvina. Jeanette. Oh, everybody's coming rushing in. And the man himself has said that he might make an appearance in the chat tonight. So watch out for him. He's sneaky, isn't he? My mat's still not straight. Hi, Jill. So you may have seen these cards in the group, or you may not. They're just a chance to use up some of your scraps. Hi, Susan. Oh, sounds lovely, Janice. Oh, yeah, cold's awful, isn't it? All of a sudden, it's just gone cold. I painted my nails last night. Just for you. Just for you. Hi, Sandra. Hidey hi. Holy ho. Right. Hi, Betty. How are you? You might recognise this one. Hi, Paula. Don't worry, Paula, we've not started yet. Too busy talking. Yeah, not only is she threatened, I've seen the packs. They're all ready for you, Doreen. So you could get a head start and watch this. Hi, Georgine. You can get a head start and see how they're done. You can do these in all sorts of sizes. And I'm doing a fill on you tonight because I'm hoping to do 2, hi Anne, to do 2 demos. Because they don't particularly take a long time. 5 of them, oh wow. I went to stay with Betty last week for the Essex meetup, and we had a chance to have a bit of a crafty play, and I showed her how to make this card. Hi Kay, hi Andreen, hi Jane. Told you I'd be here, didn't I? So these were using this was this year's creative pack, and these two were last year's. So if you've got any bits and pieces that are left over, then you can use them. And I don't know whether you can see. Hi, Joanne. Don't know whether you can see. Let me bring this in. Can you see that it's embossed? Can you see that? Oh, yes, you can. It's just caught up with my iPad. So you can see there that it's embossed. So, shall we get on with it? Not sure why when I bring something up to the camera, that little bit appears in the corner. Oh, that's a perfect shot. Hi, Julie. Hi, Marie. So, shall we get started? So, we're going to be making this one. So, let's get started. So, what we're going to start with is the topper to the cut. I know, Emma, that's my favourite. So this piece of paper, the one that we're going to be putting everything onto and where we're going to be embossing it, this piece is 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres. So not a really big card. So let's put that out of the way. Oops. Post-it note sticking to my hand. Doing a field destroying a butterfly. No, I'm not destroying. No, there is actually no butterflies. Yeah, no, I try not to destroy them. So what you need to do with this card is you need to find the centre point. So you need to measure the midpoint. Just arrived at the pub for Try not to make it too obvious, Jane. Hi, Linda. So, yeah, you need to divide it into 4 equal segments and not too heavy on the pencil because you need to rub it out. This is just a guide to placing your pieces. Now, the pack that I'm using tonight is the Enchanted Winter from last year, and there's some lovely packs in here, so some lovely papers in there, and the papers are really sturdy, as are all of Phil's paper. Oh, did you see that tag demo that he did last night? Wasn't it gorgeous? I'm really going to have a go at that one. And the discount is still on the tags. And what else was it he used last night? The tags and, oh yes, the Sunflower Secrets and the, what is it, Peony Whisper and the Vintage Rust. They're all on offer, so check out the website. I know, yeah, whoop whoop. Butterflies are flying away. No butterflies were harmed in this live tonight. So, yeah, check out the website and see if you can grab yourself a bargain. After all, it is Black Friday week, isn't it? Right, so using a piece of the paper from the Creative Pack, this one is 8.5 by 8.5 centimetres, and we're going to be putting this in a diamond shape. Now you want to have equal border, equal space around. So let's get this put on. You can use your dies. Like I said, you can size this up, size it down. Hi, Karen. Karen, could you put a link up to the sale items from last night, please? Thank you. So you can see there, we've put this on in a diamond shape, and we're now going to erase those lines. So like I said, don't do them too dark, or otherwise you will still see them. So this is the way up we're going to have it, in a diamond shape. No worries, Carol, you've not really missed anything. I've just started. We are going to be making this card tonight, and hopefully another one, a twist on this style. So we've got that piece in shape, in place, and we now need 4 little squares, which are 4.5 by 4.5 centimetres. So if you can find a die that is that sort of size, or roundabout, it doesn't have to be, because you can size up your card here. I know it does, Sandra. And what we want to do with these is 2 of them we want to cut diagonally, corner to corner. So we'll cut those corner to corner. So we've got 4 of those. And now we're going to cut the other 2 pieces diagonally. So we make 4 pieces. Now you can draw a line on the back of it if you like, but I'm winging it. So put those together and cut in half. Hopefully I've not got a wonky eye tonight. So what we're going to start with is the 4 bigger pieces. Hi Dorinda. So what we're going to do with these is, because the background is darker, we need to accentuate the edges. That was a big word, wasn't it? So I'm going to use iced spruce, distress oxide, and my finger dauber. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round the edge of all these. It's really quick and easy. I can do it whilst I'm talking to you. So this is just to make it stand out from the white background. Oops. Now you could do this in red. You could do this, obviously red and green are going to go with this one, but obviously the blue papers, you can do a blue or a red, or you don't even have to do it as Christmas colours. You could use any of your, good word for Scrabble. What was that? What was that, Carol? Would it be a high scorer? So I'm going to do the little pieces as well. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. No, it's gone. Oh yes, you don't have to do this just with Christmas papers. You could do it with any of Phil's papers. And you can also do other shapes. Now Georgine has been playing with this, because we always like to set each other challenges. So I set her a challenge to do an octagonal one. Hi Karen. So after the live, Georgine will post some of the cards that she's done. And she did actually manage to do an octagonal one, didn't you, Georgine? She does set me some challenges. Oh dear. It's nice to have crafty friends though, isn't it? Although we live nowhere near each other. She's up in Scotland and I'm down in Cambridgeshire, but we do speak most days. Oh, everybody must be enthralled. There's not much conversation. Are you all okay? Or has the cold got to you all? Either that or my comments have stopped working. So, like I say, really quick and easy to go around the edge of those. And that was iced spruce that I used there. So, oh, the octagonal one. Georgine is very talented. Marie, yes. Totally agree, Emma. Crafty friends are family we choose. No need to apologise, Irene. You can go back and watch it again. Catch up right from the start. Right, so these bigger ones, the ones we cut in half, are going to go on the edge like that. Oh, is Carol Ann there? Oh, hi, Carol Ann. Carol Ann is Georgine's other friend. Another one of Georgine's friends. So you want to put it with equal space either side and right on the edge, so that when we put other pieces, you're not going to see the join, or hopefully not see the join. Oh, that's better. I can see that from just turning it round. Oh yes, Glasgow have got their meet-up tomorrow. Is it Brayhead? Dob is at Brayhead. If you fancy meeting up there, I know a few of them are on here tonight, and Georgina's set them this as their homework. She always sets them homework, and she takes them lots of goodies as well. I think they're thoroughly spoilt. Oh, did you just hear my tummy rumble? Hopefully not. Right. Ah, you're all transfixed, are you? Oh. Is that why you all went quiet? I'm just going to have a slurp of my drink. I think this card looks so effective, yet it's so simple to make. So these smaller ones, you are very spoilt, Marie. So these smaller ones are going to go like this. So the straight edge is going to go up against the point of the large one. Don't worry about it going over the edge, because we can cut that off. So they're going to go like that all the way round. You're in awe of Georgine's group. So, and you can resize this. I had a clay whilst I was staying with Betty, and I resized it for one of her friends. Oops, glue obviously wasn't dry on that before I pushed it. So put that in place. Karen, they're so effective, and you can use up scraps, and it just makes a really quick, easy, what do they call? Oh, thank you, Linda. What do they call them? A mantelpiece pleaser. 'Piece. 'Pleaser. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? I mean, just think if you'd got a special birthday and you put, I don't know, the age in it, or just anything, just make it really, really girly. You can see where we're going with this, can't you? And the next one, wow. It's just a wow. Right, there we go. Just a couple more. And put this in place. It is Betty. Where did you sell your other cards today? Betty makes her cards for charity. So quick and easy cards like this are ideal because they don't use a lot of supplies. And raises, yeah, it does remind you of Patchwork, doesn't it? And like I say, with the octagon, you can do it with, obviously you'd have to make it bigger. So I'm just going to cut these points off. And now comes the magic. Now comes the magic. I'm going to use the Festive Poinsettia embossing folder, and this is a 3D one. So we're going to place that in there like that, and I'm just going to go, wow, that's great, Betty. That's the same as my my husband, Carol. His is on the 16th, my daughter's on the 8th, and my dad's on the 27th. So I'm just going to go over to my machine and put that through. I use, if anybody wants to know, I use a Big Shot Plus, which is the A4 machine. And you'll see when we take it out of there that it's embossed. Can you see that? I'll keep it like that until my, I bet you were. I'd be thrilled as well. You can see there that it's embossed all of that. So and you can use any of your embossing folders. It doesn't have to be the 3D ones, but the 3D ones, I think, yeah, really busy. The 3D one, I think, really pops out. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount it onto this is a piece of forest green card, which measures 14.5 by 14.5. And we're going to pop that on with foam pads. So bear with me just whilst I... And Betty was laughing at how many foam pads that I use. And I said, well, nobody likes a soggy bottom, do they? I think that made her laugh. So if anybody gets a chance to go to any of the crafty meetups, they're really good. I know Betty's group, where Emma Brown goes as well, they actually do crafting. Georgine takes crafty homework. I have a meetup in Peterborough. It really does look like a quilt. I am going to update the crafty meetup groups. Oh no! Oh, I love snow, Doreen. Of course I can, Emma. Of course I can. So I have a tidy tray here to put all of my bits and pieces. Oh, I was gonna bear with me. I'm just going to go round the edge of this just to define the edge. I'm going to stick to the back of it, aren't I? Oh, thank you. So whilst I'm doing this, let me get the sizes back in again. So the piece that you need to do, need to put your squares onto is 14 by 14. And I use the ice white card. And then the larger square is 8.5 by 8.5 centimetres. And that's the one that we put in the middle there. There'll be no sticky on the back of these, will there? I'll have taken it all off. Then the little squares are 4.5 by 4.5, and you need 4 of those. 2 that you just cut in half diagonally, and 2 that you cut into 4, so into quarters. Right, bear with me. Last time, it's not very good green on green, is it? Right, so we're then going to mount it onto a, oh no, the matten layer is 14.5 by 14.5. And then the card base itself is 17 by 17. So this one I'm going to put flat onto there. Apologies for whizzing through this, but we all know how to matten layer, don't we? And I want to get on to the other card so that you get an idea of what to do. So what I've used, yeah, it's quite wet here. So what I've used for this is the, what are they called? Jade Shimmer pearls. And I've put 2 oops. You never get the size out that you need, do you? I mean, you can put 2 or 3 pearls going out like this. You can choose different colours. You can use gems. Let's put the lid on that. Hi, Vicky. So let's stick these in place. So what time are we? 1:30, so that should leave me half an hour for the next card. And we've just got to put a sentiment on this one to finish it off. Can't wait to see all of your cards, different styles, different colours, different occasions. Did you manage to get the sizes, Em? Okay, Eileen, I'll run through them once more. Oh. So the card that we're using to put the pieces on, so this card here that we've embossed is 14 by 14, and it's just ice white card. Have I done that one? Oh, no. The square that we used in the middle is 8.5 by 8.5. I did use that one. The 4 smaller squares are 4.5 by 4.5. 2 you're cutting diagonally, and 2 14 by 14 2 you're cutting diagonally into 2 pieces, and the other 2 you're cutting it into 4 pieces. The mat here is 14.5 by 14.5, and the card base is 17 by 17. Right, so I'm just going to stamp a sentiment to put in the middle. Oh, there's my stomach again. I have eaten as well. So I've already got my stamp on here, and this one was from the Just Saying Festive Sentiments. And I'm going to stamp that on there. There's my tweezers. Just fits lovely onto there. And I use the VersaFine Claire, Nocturne ink. And get that off my finger because that will go on my card. How many times have you got ink on your finger and then splodged it? Splodge is obviously a technical term. So I am going to put foam pad on the back of this one. And make sure you've got it the right way round. And put that in the middle. And that is your card done. How simple was that? How simple was that? That's okay, Melanie. You can watch it back. So how simple and easy was that to make? Right, on to the next card. So let me put that over there. Let me move all of my bits to one side. Not my personal bits, my crafting bits. So this one that we're going to make now is a little bit different. So we're going to use, thank you Betty, thank you Christine and Emma. Oh wow. So this card this is onto the second card. Sorry if I'm whizzing through it, but I want to show you both of them. Thank you, Georgine. So this card is sky blue. And this piece is 20 by 20. 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres. It looks really effective, Sandra, doesn't it? But just looks good. Just looks really effective, and people will look at it like I do when I get a card and think, oh, how was that made? But no, easy when you break it down. So, next card, sky blue card, fills obviously, 20 by 20. I'll try and leave these on the side so that you can see how it's done. So again, we're starting off with a square, and we're going to go, are we going to go that way? I think so. And again, it starts off with this piece is a square, but these start off as a circle. so you can mix and match your shapes. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to make a flower. So we're going to put it, shall we do it up that way? Let's see which way it looks better. So I haven't made this one yet, I've just cut everything out. Yes, Marie, you can watch it from the beginning. I think we want it. Yeah, that's it. We're going to do it that way. So for this one, I've used Phil's debossed double stitch squares, and I'll show you which one I've used. I've used the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 9th one in to cut that square. So the 9th one in from the outside. Right, so we can put that one. And the circles, I've used Phil's debossed double stitch circles, and I've used the, I think it was that one. Yeah. So I've used the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 9th one. So the 9th one from the outside. The other two are what I've used for the sentiment and the matten layer for it. So the card that I'm using to make this is the pale gold luster card. I know you all like to know what card is being used. Right, so let's get these in place. So again, what you need to do is measure your card and find the centre. So 20, so we've got 10, turn it round, and 10. So going from that one there, I'm going to put it on my mat, which makes it easy to just do a light pencil mark. Again, line it up with your mat if it's got lines on it, and use the lines. Sorry, I'm going to cough. To go across there like that. Right, so we're going to put this equal distance again on there, and we're going to stick that flat. Oops, that was way out, wasn't it? So just give that a bit of a push down, and then we're going to start. So the circle that I said that I used, which I think I said was about the 7th one in, didn't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th one in. You're going to cut this into quarters, and then we're going to put these in place on the card. It's the same sort of idea, you're just using a different shape. So it'd be lovely to see what people come up with. Oh, I needed to rub those lines out, didn't I? So you only need the lines for the placement of the centre square, because as much as we try and eyeball it, sometimes it doesn't happen, does it? So what we're doing with this one is we're putting the edge of the quarter up against the edge of the square. And we're going to continue round. And the curved bit goes towards the centre. Doesn't matter if you get a bit of a gap. Obviously meant that I just didn't cut mine straight, but it doesn't matter. You've all gone quiet again. Are you all concentrating? It's like, what is this going to look like? So you want the curved bits going towards the centre. Has everybody got all of their Christmas cards done? I've still got some to make. And you still get some of the detail on this, but you might lose it once you've embossed it. Nope. This is another idea for you, Betty. Because you don't need very big pieces of card to do these bits. And this one, you could always put, you've got some to make, have you, Em? You could always put your butterflies and your bees, and you could put flowers on top of them if you wanted to do 3D embellishments. Nothing says that you have to keep it flat. You can put things on top of it. I know how you feel, Sandra. Oh, haven't you started? Oh, wow. I've got some cut out. I've just got to put them all together now. So, we've got that there now. And what I've done, definitely going to try this one. Brilliant. Oh, green on green doesn't work, does it? So what I've done now is I've cut out, using Olive Grove card, I've used the Floral Finery Majestic Fronds. You made 75. Wow. And I've used one of the two leaf fronds. So I've cut 4 of those and I've cut the stems off them. And these are going to go in the gaps there. So let's stick those on. And these will get embossed along with the rest of the card. So let's just put these in place. I know, definitely a wow, isn't it, Linda? I'm pleased I don't have that many to make. I don't really do cards that I post now. Most of mine are given out. So it doesn't matter about them being... You've made 66. Crikey, you're putting us all to shame. Last one. Oh, just get the bit out of there. Still got one of its scrappy bits in there. So as this one isn't a Christmas card, I'm going to use a different embossing folder, but still but still the 3D embossing folder. So for this one, I'm going to use the ornate circles. So again, bear with me just whilst I pop over to my machine. Hopefully I don't fall over whilst I'm going over there. Crash bang. Crash bang. I'm back. So this is what it looks like. So that was the ornate circles. Look at that. Is that a wow card or what? Oh, are you going to have a go at this one, Betty? So everything has been embossed on there. So I'm now going to layer this onto another piece of the pale gold luster card. That is 20.5 by 20.5. And I'm just going to put this one. The embossing folder does take some of the size away. As you can see, that piece, the blue piece, was square. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim the edge off that. Bear with me. It is, isn't it? Just try and bring my trimmer in. So how big's that? Just trying to make it into a square card. So if I take the edge off that, try not to knock the... So that's down to 19. So if I take that off there. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. My guillotine has got glue on it or something, and it if I don't do it right, it chews it up. That's it. So I've just had to take a little bit off there just to bring it down to size. That's it. Put that away. Nothing like crafting on the hoof, is there? It does, Sandra, yeah. So you can hardly see the joins on it. So I've just cut that down to... So if you start off with it at 20 by 20, I've now just cut it down to 19 by 19. Because obviously with it being a 3D embossing folder... Wow, Emma, you've been going well. Yeah, with using a 3D embossing folder, it's shrunk the card. So you can cut that down to shape once you've embossed it and take it off equal off all sides. So I'm going to put glue on the back of this. And obviously you can emboss it either way. Both sides look equally as good. It's just like icing a cake, isn't it? Although I don't think I'd ice cake with glue. Hand-given cards have loads of flowers. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the baubles are nice. Your glued bits will definitely not fall off once you've embossed them. Yeah, Doreen, it's brilliant, isn't it? Great idea. So I'm going to put that on and I'm going to turn it over and press it down. just give that a good pressing down, and that should be stuck. I mean, obviously, if you're at home, you can put it under something heavy, and the card base is 21 by 21. So you can see we've just gone up from the centerpiece. We've got, so that one was 20 by 20, and then cut down to 19 by 19. That was after we embossed, if you remember that, but you can watch this back. And we're going to put this on here, and it'll have a small board around the edge. So again, I'm going to put this on. This is Phil's PVA glue. I just decant it into a smaller container, which reminds me I need to get some more. And then we've got the centre to put in there. And it now looks like a flower, doesn't it? So the brown card that I've used here is Coffee Bean. And it's ice white in the centre. So let's get the sentiment stamped. Put them over there. Where are you? And again, I'm stamping with the VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink. That's the permanent black ink. And if I've got shapes that obviously don't fit in the corner properly, I just wedge them in with my magnets. I left my last sentiment in there, so let me put that to one side. And I'm using the Just Saying Rustic Verses, and these are called Birthday Wish. And what was I going to use? Birthday Wishes for You. So you all know my acetate trick, or if you don't, piece of acetate over your card to stop any stray ink that you've left over from last time that you thought you cleaned it, but you didn't quite. Pick it up and then remove your acetate, so you've not got any residue ink on your nice white piece of card. So ink your stamp up. Give it a press on there. Perfect. Leave that to dry for a second. I know I've left my stamp on there again, but I will go back. And I think we'll put this up on foam tape. Right. So who's gonna give these a go? Who's gonna have a go at them? Oops. Pulled that off. Didn't want to, only wanted one. Who's going to have a go at making these? So we want to get it in the middle. Try not to shout in your ear, because I'm looking right above. So put that in the centre there. And then we're going to add our sentiment. So I'm going to put foam pads on this as well. Oh, brilliant, Emma. It's great to use all your bits and bobs up. So make sure it's the right way round. And again, I'll try not to shout. You can add glitter to this. Oh, when that's dry, I'll get my rubber on that, because I think I've got something in the middle of it. I mean, you can use your sunflower papers. Remember, they're on sale. And what should we do in here? I think we need some pearls or something there. So let's see what we've got. Bear with me, I'm just having a root. Will emerald work? No, I don't think we want those. I think it's one of those two. Or is there any pearls that would go on there nicely? Oh, they would go quite nice, wouldn't they? Let's have a look, see what we can sort out. So we've got these ones. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I think the forest green. Nah, don't like those. No, I don't think I like those in there. What's that? Flat cards. I know. It is, well, flattish. No, I think it's got to be the pearls. Oops. Good job they didn't go on the floor, wasn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do... Shall I do two big ones? Or two smaller ones? Why is it that you never get the size out that you want? Yeah, I think two of the smaller ones. And these ones are... Oh, I think that looks quite nice. Quite nice. My tweezers have got glue on them because they're sticking. How much did it cost? Oh, to Australia. Challenge? What? My card is a challenge? No. Mr. Martin, after what you made last night. So these are... Oh, vintage rust. Yes, Georgine, can you post that one as well, please, when you do your octagonal one? So these are ocean spray pearls. And we're just going to put a couple of those here. 2 cards, Mr. Martin. It's not just you that can do 2 cards. And it takes you 2 hours. Ha, ha, ha. Got my own back on you. You wait, I'll be in trouble now. So are you going to post your card that you made, your tag card that you made last night, Phil? Have you put any sparkle on it? Has he disappeared on us? Are you there? Oops, where did that go? Oh, there it is. So I think Phil's added some sparkle to his card. That's not bad, is it, Marie? £4. I thought it had cost more than that. Oops. Oh. It's not Playing ball, that one. I know my sister sends a parcel over to her daughter. I'm not sure how much that costs. Mind you, that's a parcel and not a card. I think we've done the rest of them. Obviously, you could add glitter around the edges of this just to give it a bit more oomph, and you could add a few more pearls. Let's see what the pearls look like. You don't want to detract from the flower too much though, do you? No? What do you think? Nah, I don't think so. So tonight we've made that one. So we've used squares and circles, and we've made this one where we've used just squares, and we've incorporated the embossing folders. This one is obviously a Christmas card, and this one's a birthday card, or it can be anything. You could use pattern papers. The Sunflower Secrets one would look lovely on this one. Cut into all of your shapes and making that flower. It looks nice when you're looking from a distance. I'm looking at it on my iPad. Doesn't it look like a flower? Brilliant. You could put more flowers on top of this. Have I got any flowers? I don't think I've got any flowers made. Ooh, I thought that was my drink gone over, but it wasn't. It was my water bottle. So you could have, I don't know, flowers on top of it. I could only find a stamen on top of there just to take the flatness out of it. Oh, thanks, Phil. So you've got this one and you've got this one, and you've used squares, circles, 3D embossing folder and the gems. So look forward to seeing your makes in the group. Georgine is going to post what she's made. Yeah, this one really does look 3D, doesn't it? I don't know whether it's because we've used the pattern papers and we've used the ink round the edge that just gives it a little bit more 3D-ness, if that's the word. It is, I've just created it. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this tonight. Look forward to all of your makes in the groups. Don't forget to check out the discounted tags and the creative packs, the papers. Thank you, everybody. I really enjoy. Oh, look at all of those hearts. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right. Make sure you look out for Georgia. Oh, I'll do a giveaway. Do a giveaway. And Phil, you can't win. Right, let me go up to the top and then just have a quick whiz and a stop. And I've got Vicky Barker. Vicky Barker. So you have won one of these cards. I'm just trying to find a spare piece of Vicky Barker. Yeah. Vicky Barker. Okay, you've won this one. And I'll send you this one in the post. So if you get in touch with Karen, send her a message. And if you can just pop your address on there. Remember just to do it in a message, not outright on Facebook. Different colours for it. It would be brilliant, Joe. It would look lovely. This looks like one of the, you know, the windmills that you blow. You could do something like that, couldn't you? And if you, oh, no, stop. I've got all these ideas, so I'm going to stop now before it just goes into overdrive. So lovely to have your company, and I will see you in the Facebook group and on Phil's Live next Monday night. Thank you very much for joining me. Night.